$250?
I believe so.
It's $250. He's going to put up $250 to $500. If we can get the fans in the stands to match that, Dibel will start at the back of the pack. If he wins that race, all that money
goes to that charity.
Will go to charity.
Oh, that is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you want to talk about a show, and we know how Dan Dibel gets down on the dirt cars.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this guy's more stand up every time we talk about him. Just bringing a car here last second because we had some dropout.
Yes.
That's stand up. My hat's off. I put him on the same pedestal as Buzz.
Absolutely,
here,
absolutely, and it's a guy
stand-up
that
stuff
is,
right there.
He's not out for the pat in the back like we're giving him. But
No,
this is
he's
a
not
cool
looking
deal.
for that.
If we can match, if the fans in the stands will match what he's willing to put up, which will be $250, I think, whatever to win, he will start dead last in the field. If he wins that feature, we're going to take all that money and give it to charity. Okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure that money will go to that charity. Anyway.
I'm pretty sure it will. At this point, yes. We saw how fast that 74 car was at the end of the year, and that dude was coming on. I mean, he was wicked fast.
Yep. Yeah, he was.
And that car is going to be, he's calling it the charity car.
That's a beautiful car, too.
It is. Got the American scheme on it and, the not home market there. And it is Ford-powered. He's the only, well, now there's two with his son racing. There's two Ford-powered cars in the field.
See, it's already a winner.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
the only
please.
Ford guy of the bunch.
Hey.
Well, you notice on all of Paul's diecast cards,
Uh-huh.
the distributor's in the front.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true. Another Ford
That's
guy.
because they're cheaper.
No, it's because they last longer.
You know what, though? I got to tell you,
See Buzz look at me when I said that.
Dude, he's Warren. Remember, he's right-handed, so you're right in the backswing, buddy.
That's all right.
I am a Chevy guy. I am a Chevy guy at heart, but I got to tell you, working with David Hawks years ago on the Outlaw late model, we had the Shaw car out there with the Ford Power. That was a 402 Ford with 865 horsepower in the dyno, and I had a whole new respect for the Ford after that. I mean, if it's fast, I like it. That's how it goes.
Yeah,
But
same here.
the reason why I like what Dan's doing is I like to see somebody doing something different. Ford, cool. The Ford fans have something. Instead of a field full of Chevys,
Right.
you got the Ford fans, and they make noise when we introduce them. That's kind of a cool deal. But for that car to be starting at the back of the pack, and every race he wins, he's in a match, whatever the fans
The
can.
biggest downside to running a Ford is
Cost.
I'll give you an example. Herschel McGriff, we were running a Thunderbird in a Northwest Tour race at PIR. And Michael Andretti was there, and we had the Texaco Haviland colors. We were supposed to do a TV commercial with him. Well, Herschel, the car wasn't going fast enough, so he pulled the chip. Wasn't getting enough speed down the back straightaway or the front straightaway. And he ended up blowing up the motor.
Oh, no.
So we didn't get to do this commercial shoot with Michael Andretti. And the biggest downside is nobody had Ford parts. There
Right.
wasn't. We couldn't get another motor if we had to.
And they do tend
That's
to cost a little
that's
more.
the downside of having a Ford, I
Yeah.
think. But there's getting to be more and more of them, especially in NASCAR.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
They are a little harder to work on and a little harder to get parts right off the shelf for.
Well, yeah,
But when they're going, oh, my God.
yeah.
And they sound different.
they do have their own. That is a fact. They do have their
They
own
certainly
sound.
do.
Hey,
It
I got
has
a
been-
question for you guys, though.
Go ahead.
Last year, and I see his car here today, last year, who do you guys think was, in your opinion, was the most improved driver?
Oh, I would.
There's two drivers that instantly come to my mind.
In what class?
I can tell you right now overall.
Any class? Any class?
I got two drivers in mind, too, and I think they're the same as Corey's.
Probably. I would say most improved driver would probably go to, I would have to probably give that to Randy Barley.
Who?
Randy Barley or Dan Dibel.
We were different.
Really?
Yeah,
Randy Barley won his first championship in 20 years of racing.
that's
Right.
true.
3 wins on the
Oh,
season.
I don't know.
But you know what? The other guy you'd have to give it to, Winkler, is somebody you'd have to look at.
Yeah.
Right?
Brian Winkler.
My thought is Hot Rod McCombs.
That's a valid
That-
option.
and that's where I was leaning, too, between
That is it.
I was leaning
McCombs and
towards
Sam
Brian
Potter.
Emery.
Ryan Emery.
Well, you
yes,
know what?
yep,
There's another guy you can put in that mix.
Because halfway through, from the beginning of the season to halfway through it, he was out on the track, but he was having problems.
Another
Yeah.
guy that got his first win. And he
Yeah,
he went through a storm of problems. Finally got that car dialed in, and that's a valid argument
And-
for
And
most improved.
Not to give us a pat, but he won on one of our special trophy nights too. I can't remember which one it was.
Farmers Cup.
Was it the
He
Farmers
did,
Cup?
yeah,
He won
he
Farmers
did.
Cup.
That was his first
And
career
so,
feature
He
win.
was a happy camper that night.
Oh, yeah, he was.
But
Happy farmer.
Well, I remember looking down and watching. His wife is the one that does the videos,
Yes.
and watching down, and the camera's shaking, and she's crying, and I'm like, wow, that's a cool moment for that family
is cool.
because they're so involved with everything,
They
and
are.
that was a neat deal to kind of see him win that
they're
deal.
Great racers
Yeah.
and great fans. That whole bunch.
But, you know,
Yes.
and that's kind of what you just kind of brought up. We named how many different drivers. I mean, we're at a transition point here in the Northwest where the next generation is kind of coming up, while the older ones are kind of fading out. I mean, Russ is gone, and
Right.
you don't see those legendary. I mean, you still have Darren Koffel.
We got new legends coming.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we
But-
do. I mean, look at Eric Schofield over here. This is
Oh,
his
that kid's
first
gonna be
race
awesome.
car. This is his first race car, and look at that thing.
Let's not say race car. His first big car.
Well, that's what I meant. First,
How about real car?
He's coming out of the carts. He's coming out of the
Non-pedal
open
carts.
carts
Right.
to an IMCA modified that is truly
And that's a big
It's
jump.
an A-mod.
That's a phenomenal race car right there.
And that's a big jump too for a driver to come
Yes.
from a open cart to a
Modified.
mod,
Yeah,
which is
A-mod,
probably
yeah.
one of the toughest classes to compete in right now.
Well, there's more cars in that class, I think, anywhere else right now, isn't it? I mean, that's kind of everybody's going.
Yeah, out here in the
amazing
Northwest,
how
absolutely.
how the A-mods have grown, how the modified class as
Yes.
a whole has grown over the past few years. It's
But
really
we-
growing
we-
fast.
You know, we watch this kid. We watch Eric Schofield race, and if you watch how he races, you know, just watch the way he drives the car, and you can see he's one of those drivers you can see thinks behind the wheel. Very, very similar style of racing to Bryson James. He's kind of got that, you know, that he's smooth.
that finesse.
Yes. He
Yes.
finishes the car. He finishes the race. Doesn't tear stuff up. Now we'll see what he does as he gets up into the modifieds. It's going to be a learning year.
Right.
You know, I don't expect the kid to set the world on fire, but you know, something I would have to put my name in for a contender for Rookie of the Year.
We're going to see him take a checker or two this year.
I
think.
I'm
I
pretty
wouldn't
sure.
put it past that kid.
And like you say, I like watching different drivers for different reasons. Like Bryson, raw talent.
Yes.
Colin Weinbarger, he's a thinker. You can see him thinking on the track.
Yeah.
Joey Tanner, hammered down, let's go.
Wide
race
open.
And turn left.
Yeah.
Rob
Yep.
Maya.
Rob Maya, a wall-rubbing son of a gun.
Man, I'll tell you what. You want entertainment as a fan to watch a race car driver? Just watch the 37 of Rob Maya.
Oh, and you want to see Rob step it up. Get Glasser to the
Oh,
track.
God.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So wait,
yeah.
hang on. Did I just hear this right? Did Buzz Mitchell just call out Trevor Glasser on Driver Live?
You know what? You can call Trevor Glaser out all day long, and I don't think it's going to make a difference because Trevor is one of those guys that does what Trevor wants to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
And
he
he's-
drive? Who did he drive for out there last year? He was out there for.
Drove for Darren Koffel
Koffel.
He
once.
drove
Was it
Koffel once,
and
and he
he-
drove for Tomas Hunsucker once.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
And finish in the top three both
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
And cars that
But-
weren't even his. But
I mean, Rob Maya, hands down, one of the top drivers out there.
Oh, without a
But
doubt.
you want to see him step it up. You
Yeah.
show Trevor the
Yep.
track, and oh my God,
that has been one of
competition
the.
goes into high gear.
Yes.
Well, did you see was it this last year, or the year before, when Trevor jumped in Rob's car?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
That was last year.
It was last year.
Yeah.
I mean, Rob was pacing about like he was about ready to have kittens, but at the same time,
Yeah, he had some sort of surgery or a
He had-
doctor.
he had
something or other at the
something.
beginning
It
of the
was an
season.
issue with his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he was like, "I can't perform, so let's put somebody in there that can." And
Well, and then they put Trevor in, and again, Trevor put on one heck of a show
Oh,
in that
yeah.
car.
Oh,
You know.
There's some respect right there.
But you know, I've been watching races at Willamette for 40 years, and I will tell you, with that XR1 Rocket. No, it's the Black Diamond.
He's
The
got
Black
the
Diamond.
Black Diamond that
Don't-
Rob
don't-
is in. When he brought that Black Diamond out the first night, he comes out and wins the feature. And I knew I was watching something different because I have never in all the cars I've seen come through Willamette in 40 years, I have never seen a race car with forward bite like that one. That thing
Yeah,
jumps out of the corners.
Yeah.
Launches
Does.
off the corners. It
And he
does.
can run it sideways high. He can run it sideways low. He can run it sideways in the middle. It
Yes,
doesn't matter. It
that
seems like.
that whatever they did with that Black Diamond, they nailed it out of the box
Yeah.
because he won the first two races in
Right.
that car.
well, and
But you can just see him pulling away from everybody else coming off the corners.
Literally
It's
pulling car
phenomenal.
lengths out of turn two
Yes.
down the backstretch. It opens up 2-3 car
Oh,
lengths.
Same thing coming out of 4.
Yes.
That car combine the technology in that car, whatever they did, and whatever they found, with the raw talent that Rob has honed over the last 10, 15 years of racing.
Well, that and what's
That-
under
that's
the
a-
hood is just nothing but badass,
Oh, yeah.
nasty speed.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
horsepower right there.
He-
That
he's
Corvette.
usually on a good
Oh.
racing night. He's usually a couple inches shorter on the car than he was when he started. But
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. But have you noticed? Have you ever gone down and looked inside Rob's car? Go down there. It's kind of weird because it's the only I mean, you'll definitely see dents in the floorboard, if you know what I
yeah.
mean.
Uh-huh.
There's dents in the floorboard.
If you can get close enough to it.
I mean, that
I'm kind
thing.
of scared when I go around that pit. It's like, wow, should I go over there and say hi or
Well,
not?
he's got his own. He's got his own little security team over
He
there.
does.
It's
He
like the
does.
Secret Service around there.
Right.
Well, he's got a personal.
Men
he's-
in black or something.
Who is it that carries a wheelbarrow for him?
Huh?
Who's that carries a wheelbarrow for Rob? Because that's why there's dents in the floorboard.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? That guy is something to watch. But man, again, 2017 is really shaping up to look good at the track.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
You know, coming from where we were at the end of last race season and this off season, you know, I mean, there was a lot of skepticism in the air about
yes.
whether we were going to race or not.
Yes,
period.
very much.
You know, and it's really cool to see. I'm getting excited for the season to start.
I am. I'm getting chills. I mean, I think
Got
about it.
chicken skin?
Yeah, yeah. Well, last night, okay, I'll tell you. Last night we were rolling the cars up. We're rolling the cars up here to the main entrance, and who was it? Who drove their car up? It was I want to say it was Darren. No, it was Dan Dybel's car. They rolled up and they shut it off. You smell that fuel.
Oh yeah.
You smell that fuel, and it's just like, oh, wait a second. That's what it's all about. What are these guys doing?
I don't know. I think
They're pounding knuckles and laughing. I think
old-
they've already started the beer
just old
cup.
guy stuff.
I think they already started the beer
Inside
cup.
joke. You'll get there soon enough.
Yeah.
And I won't get there soon enough. It lasts longer than 3 hours. Call a doctor.
Oh, my, look at the time.
I just felt the earth shake just a second ago. One of our biggest drivers just walked by.
Who was that?
It was
That would
it was
be
the
Justin Evans.
Well,
he went
that
this
is
way.
a mountain.
he just
well,
went that way again.
I think
did
he
he?
went everywhere. That dude is
Yeah.
huge.
And his wife is a Shriner's kid.
She is. Yep, Julia is.
She's what?
She's a Shriner kid.
Oh, really?
I think she had scoliosis and with rods in
one of
the
them
spine.
Big,
and-
long words.
yeah.
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 Easy for him to say.
Exactly. So, you might want to get them over here. And
You can't get Justin on a microphone. That guy
He
is.
will-
You
he
know, you put him
runs.
in a race car and he's no fear.
Well,
You
put
put
the
a microphone in
good-looking one
front
on
of
the
him.
microphone.
You can't put him on a mic.
no. He's talking about the wife.
Julia?
Yeah, put her on the
She's
mic.
pretty bashful too. We'll try to get her.
Oh,
over
yeah,
here.
that would be cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I love to talk about Shriners with her
Two
because
of my
that's
favorite people out there at the track, Justin Evans and Julia.
good
Hess.
people, and that little kid Zane.
Oh, jeez.
You talk about a character.
Now my feelings are hurt.
Well,
Well.
you're in the top 10 one.
Oh, okay.
I love it. All right, so man, again, Buzz, this is awesome. I just love to start the season off something like this, and you know, it's fun. Hanging out
It
with
is.
Buzz is just
It
fun.
is. Yep.
I can't wait until April.
April 15th.
15th.
Yes, sir. Yep.
I don't care if it's cold or not. And I really don't even care if it's rain or not because we usually order about 2 rounds ahead of time and stay there until after everybody leaves.
Well, and here's the thing: when he says that the Tangent Mafia orders 2 rounds, they actually order rounds by the keg.
Yeah.
So
They might as well have it plumbed in up there. to their booth.
that's something they've actually talked about.
I'm
It
sure
is-
they have.
we got rained out one night. I think it was like 8:30, and we didn't leave the box until like 11.
Imagine that.
And there was one driver, about 4 trips.
yeah.
It was awesome. So, man.
yes.
Well, we're going to see you out at the track, and we're excited to do a lot with you in the Shriners this
sir.
year, Buzz. And
You know, Buzz just generates excitement for the
You know,
races.
he does. And on April 10th is the big victory visit. We're going to take all the the drivers. So anybody that's out there listening as a driver that wants to join in on that, we've got a huge list already.
Yes.
Now, some of them might drop out because of schedules, and I understand all that. But if you guys want to get in with the victory visit to the Shriners Hospital and come visit the kids, get a hold of Buzz. Buzz, how can they get a hold of you? What's the phone number?
541-409-4640. And I'm going to have to put like a cutoff on it with the tours the 10th. If we can get everybody to call in by the 3rd.
Perfect.
'Cause
That
we're
week
already
before.
kind of up at the max for 2 tour guides. And if
Right.
we're getting more people, we're going to need a 3rd one, so I need to give them a heads up up
Okay,
north.
and that'll give us a week to do that. So
Yeah.
April 3rd
Yeah.
is the cutoff date. If you want to be a driver to participate in the victory visit with Buzz and all the drivers and Moxie Media, get a hold of Buzz at 541-409.
4640.
Or you can private message us on Moxie Media and let us know, and we'll get the message over to Buzz, and then we'll get you guys pointed
Think
in the right
about the
direction.
kids.
Absolutely.
It's all about the
Yes,
kids.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping everybody has fun. I'm hoping this goes off without a hitch. I'm just excited.
I
about
think
it.
it's going to be.
I can't see how you wouldn't have fun. Just the smiles on those kids' faces is going to bring it.
Yeah, that's what it's
that's
all about.
gratifying enough right there. Just,
Yes.
And like I say, if they bring their fire suits and kind of dress up like a race car driver, I'm sure it's going to put them over the top.
Oh,
'Cause
the kids will love that.
those kids, they love their football guys when they come up. They just
Yeah.
think they're God. So the drivers are right there next to it.
Absolutely, it's going to be a good deal.
Corey,
so
you
again,
still have your grade school football uniform, don't you?
I do. It's a little tight, but
Yeah.
I can squeeze into it.
You
A
should do
little.
that.
I can squeeze into it
A little tight.
a little bit.
Hey, I can tell you what. On next month we're having the Shriners football meeting at the Shrine Club, and Ryan Glasser shows up every year. Still wears his football jersey.
Really,
Yes,
I love
sir.
it.